All right. Good afternoon, Cynthia. How are you today?
Hi, very good. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Well, I was very impressed with your resume and your experience. So what I'd like to do now is give you the floor. And why don't you tell me a little bit about what you have been doing most recently for work? I know that you have your own business that you were working on, something independently. But let's go back to your actual, the job that you had held before. First of all, how long were you there?
16 years.
Okay. And where was that?
That is Attorney Donald Edwards in Plantation, Florida.
Okay. And did
And I
you
was
move?
working remotely for the last 10 years.
Okay. And so you lived there and then moved here and you were working for them remotely? Okay.
Yes.
And so before we talk about what you did there, you told me something very interesting before we started recording about the fact that you worked remote, and it was very nice when your children were small. But well, I'll let you tell me. You can say again what you told me.
So yes, basically, I was lucky enough to be able to work from home. So I was available for my kids, for school, for everything that they needed. I was able to manage my time, my working hours, working from anywhere. But now that they are older and they're more independent and they don't need me that much anymore, I can actually take time for myself, and I can actually go ahead and advance in my career, which is my main focus right now.
Okay, wonderful. And so why don't you tell me now a little bit about the work that you were doing for the law office in Plantation. And what type of law was it?
It's mainly personal injury.
Okay.
But we also did for existing clients, we did family, like divorces, immigration, and a little bit of criminal and probate also. A little bit of everything, but the main focus was always personal injury. And I was the case manager there throughout the pre-litigation. We didn't litigate too many cases, but when we did, it was somebody else going to court. And I always did the pre-litigation, all the pre-litigation stuff, from interviewing clients, setting up the files, asking for medical records and pictures, police reports, setting up the file, and then sending the representation letters to different places, and then doing the demand packages. In communicating with clients, I was mainly in charge of Spanish-speaking clients and Portuguese-speaking clients. I'm not fluent in Portuguese, but I understand a lot, and I was in charge of those. We do have a big community over there of Brazilian people, so I was able to kind of like communicate with them too. And yeah, from start to until the point where they went to court, I was in charge of all the files. And basically, that was the main thing.
Okay.
I also did a little bit of bookkeeping, although obviously calendaring. When we needed to do depositions, when we needed to do second opinions, when there needed to be investigators, when we needed expert on the case, I was in charge of contacting and calendaring all that.
Okay, wonderful. And so, of course, you did mention that calendaring. So, of course, scheduling that you were doing that as well. Lots of multitasking. We talked about that a little bit off camera. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview, but don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to chat about.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, don't go anywhere. I'm going to stop this part of the interview. We have a few more things to talk about.
Yeah.